I posted a video here on my YouTube channel about a week and a half ago talking about this solar eclipse. I also posted a community post in my community section here on YouTube talking about this. And in both, I stated I didn't think anything was going to happen out of the ordinary besides, the solar eclipse, where the moon goes in front of the sun and it gets dark for a few minutes and then it gets daylight again. No doubt, if you're old enough to be interested in prepping and watching this YouTube channel, then you've probably seen several solar eclipses in your life. I know I have. And every one has been uneventful. It happens, it gets dark, it gets daylight again, and everyone's like, wow, that's pretty cool. And that's been it. However, with this one, we're seeing so many things come out like, executive orders and governments doing things and telling us to stockpile food and water and get cash on hand. And we're having all kinds of things going on during this solar eclipse. And I want to talk about some of those here today. I don't think that, actually guarantee pretty much know that the eclipse itself isn't going to cause anything to happen besides it to get dark. It never has. They've been happening since we've been here on Earth. And it's never has caused really anything to happen besides it gets dark and it gets daylight again. And it was a cool event. However, who knows what the powers that be, the demonic forces, are planning for this time period. Something seems definitely off, because I've never seen things like I'm going to show you here in a minute happen because of a solar eclipse. The government's having executive orders and things like that. For example, here in Texas, no size weight permitted travel allowed on eclipse day, says Texas Department of Motor Vehicles. And what that is they're not going to allow any trucks on the road, any big rigs hauling supplies and things like that to be moving on the road. And they're saying it's to combat traffic congestion. We've had holidays before, massive holidays where people have massive travel. People are off work, they're traveling to see their families and things. We never have saw, a ban like this on travel. Why? Why because of an eclipse? Why not every holiday when there's a lot of travel on the highways, if that's the actual reason? I could be totally off base here, but who knows? Let's take a look at this anyway. In an effort to help alleviate some of the traffic worries, the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles has announced that it will not allow any size weight permitted travel in dozens of counties across the path of totality. From midnight to midnight on April 8th, size weight permitted travel will not be allowed in over 80 counties, including many in central Texas. And here are all the counties. And like I said, we've had all kinds of holidays. This has never happened. We've had all kinds of eclipses before, and they've never done anything like this before. So isn't that strange? They're going to stop travel in Texas over in all these counties here? Not of regular automobiles, but of trucks and things hauling loads. It doesn't make any sense to me. And here's something else from NASA website. NASA to launch sounding rockets in the moon's shadow during solar eclipse. NASA will launch 3 sounding rockets during the total solar eclipse on April 8th, 2024 to study how the Earth's upper atmosphere is affected when sunlight momentarily dims over a portion of the planet. Could this be a science experiment? I don't know, but they never did it before. The sounding rockets will launch at 3 different times, 45 minutes apart, during and 45 minutes after the peak total eclipse. These intervals are important to collect data on how the sun's sudden disappearance affects the ionosphere, creating disturbances that have the potential to interfere with our communications. Are they planning on launching something to knock out communications? Who knows? I don't know. I don't have any inside information as far as NASA goes or what they're planning, but it seems strange that all these things are going on. And this here, states warn people to stock up on food, water, and fuel before a solar eclipse. And they're saying it's because of travel in certain areas. But like I said, we've had all kinds of solar eclipses before. What's so important about this when they come out and tell us to stock up on food and water and cash and things to essentially prep for a solar eclipse where the moon goes in front of the sun and it gets dim for a little bit and then gets more light again and we'll go on about our business, or it's the way it usually happens and always has. So now you got states warning people to stock up on food, water, and fuel before a solar eclipse. And here's all it is. You have the moon going in front of the sun, blocking it out for a little bit, and then it's over with. But yet they're telling us to stock up on food and water. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It really, really doesn't. Eclipse warning issued. Officials are recommending stocking up on food, gas, water, and other essentials prior to the eclipse taking place. The reason for this is suggested that countless people are planning ahead to where the eclipse will be visible. That's the excuse for all these things that they're saying now that we need to be doing to prepare for this. As a result, officials are worried that the added population will put a strain on certain resources. Alarmingly, this includes hospitals and roadways. We've had them before. We've had holidays before when people are traveling, but they've never told us to stock up on food and gasoline and all these things. I mean, it is definitely odd. This is Spectrum News. Governor DeWine signs executive order in preparation for eclipse. Agencies offer guidance. How many times have we seen executive orders over a solar eclipse? I mean, really, what is actually going on here? Are they actually planning something like, a major cyber attack to take the power grid down and say, oh, it's that solar eclipse that caused this? I mean, it definitely is odd. Nothing may not happen at all. It may be all legit. They may be planning this and saying these things because they really expect a lot of traffic to be in different places and people and things, but it's never happened before. Just like on holidays, it's never happened before. They've never come out with executive orders and things like that. But here we are, executive orders. Stock up on food and water. NASA shooting rockets into space. And I got this from NPR. Rituals to sprinkle a little magic into your solar eclipse. And the solar eclipse has a lot of significance to occult practices and things like that, and witchcraft and things. So, who knows? A lot of this is going to be going on, which we know as Christians is evil. Is of Satan. So, we know this is going to be going on. So, a lot of that demonic evil forces are going to be going on and doing things during that time with these rituals and things that people, no doubt, are going to be practicing. And over here, this is the one that worries me the most, actually. CERN to test the world's most powerful particle accelerator during April's solar eclipse to search for invisible matter that secretly powers our universe. And they're going to do it on April 8th during the eclipse. Why? It's been shut down, I think, for the last 2 years, but they decided to start it up all of a sudden during the eclipse. The world's largest and most powerful particle accelerator is set to smash particles together on April 8th to search for invisible particles secretly powering our universe. Theories have suggested there are 17 different particle groups, and the European Organization for Nuclear Research, better known as CERN, confirmed the existence of one using its Large Hadron Collider in 2012. Now the team has restarted the Large Hadron Collider with hopes of unraveling more mysteries of the universe, specifically dark matter. Scientists began preliminary tests by sending billions of protons around the Large Hadron Collider ring of superconducting magnets to boost their energy and ensure the $4 billion machine was in working condition. Next month, CERN will shoot them down a 17-mile-long tunnel at near the speed of light to recreate conditions of a second after the Big Bang. The LHC will continue to experiment until later this year, when it will then be put under a long hibernation for CERN to transform it into the next version, the High Luminosity Large Hadron Collider, whatever that means. The accelerator sits 300 feet underground at the border of France and Switzerland, and first went live on September 10th, 2008. You see some photographs of this thing here. It's a multi-billion-dollar project, and a lot of people have said that what they're actually trying to do is to open up, portals to hell. I don't know. I don't know anyone that actually works at CERN, actually is on this project. So I don't have any inside knowledge. All I have is what I've read from other people and what other people are saying. But they do have, I've saw videos of satanic rituals in front of this facility. And I've heard and read a lot of people talking about the fact that they're actually trying to open up portals to hell, to other dimensions and things like that, because he wants to let all the demons come on the earth. So who knows what they're doing? Like I said, I don't know if they're actually doing that or not, but I've read that from a lot of other people and a lot of other sources has talked about the fact that they're using this as a way to open up or try to open up different dimensions, wormholes, and portals into other dimensions, into other worlds, and open up, the gates of hell and let all the demons come in. You tell me. I mean, lots and lots of things sound like complete lunacy, science fiction, hoopla. But at this point in time, who knows? Who knows what's actually going on? But it's definitely strange that all these things is happening they've timed it all during this solar eclipse. What you think in the comments below? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is actually going on? Do you think they're going to use this as an excuse to bring in, a major cyber attack to take the power grid down? I mean, how ironic would it be during the exact time we're having this solar eclipse, the power goes down? And they say, oh, it's the solar eclipse that caused this. But it was actually a massive cyber attack, or just shutting everything down, or it was an EMP attack, something like that. I mean, who knows at this point what's going on? Maybe nothing. Maybe it's all a bunch of talking points and people trying to figure out what's happening, but then it will turn out to be nothing. Who knows at this point? But anyway, I want to know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe and turn notifications on, be notified each time I upload a new video. And give it a thumbs up if you don't care. Thanks for watching. I'm the Creek Warm out here, and I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully.